What is up, everybody? Happy New Year to everyone. First day of 2025. Getting ready to sit down and watch these semifinal college football playoff games that we have today. We have Texas at Arizona State, Georgia at Notre Dame tonight at the Sugar Bowl. Thoughts and prayers out to the folks down there in New Orleans for that horrible, horrible incident that happened there last night. And we have, who else do we have? We have Ohio State and Oregon, probably the game I'm looking the most forward to. So I told you guys yesterday in a video when I made my picks and in my college football video that I like to come back and revisit that video after I make it with the picks that I made. And I hope nobody took my advice yesterday on who to bet on, because boy, if you did, you lost a bunch of money. I had Alabama beating Michigan. That didn't happen, you know. So now Alabama loses to Michigan. Oh, get my hand out of the way. Alabama loses to Michigan. Last game of last year for Alabama, and the first game of this year, really. And the playoffs last year, they lose to Michigan. And the last game that Alabama had today, or yesterday against Michigan, they lose that game. So, you know, shout out to all my Alabama fans who were screaming and crying and bitching and moaning, complaining about deserving to be in the playoffs, when really, you didn't. And same thing goes for South Carolina. You know, I'll be the first to admit I came on here yesterday and said that I thought that South Carolina was playing the best football any of the teams that didn't get into the playoffs this year. And they played, it was a tough game. South Carolina did everything they could to beat Illinois. Some crazy turning events in that game where we had Brett Bielema and the Shane Beamer controversy going on. Shame on Brett Bielema for doing that. Garbage coach and a garbage program up there in Illinois. But yeah, South Carolina didn't get it done either. That was another bet that I had. I had LSU to beat Baylor, which that did come into fruition. And I did have Louisville to beat Washington. Funny thing, that game was 1 point spread, and the game ended up being a 1 point game. But yeah, without further ado, to talk about today, we do have the Oregon-Ohio State game today. We do have the Notre Dame-Georgia game today, and the Texas and Arizona State. I like Arizona State in that game. I do. I like the upset, Arizona State. I like them to beat Texas. I like Ohio State to beat Oregon today, and I like Georgia to beat Notre Dame. Penn State took care of business against Boise State. The game was close last night through about 2 3/4 quarters, and then Penn State's depth just took over, I think, and took care of Boise State. Kind of held that running back there in check for the most part there for Boise State. So, you know, as we sit here and we look at the landscape of the playoffs thus far, every team that should have won has won for the most part, and every team that should have lost has lost. So, once again, I ask you folks, what's the point of a 12-team playoff? You guys let me know. Give a long comment down on letting me know why a 12-team playoff was a good idea, and make it worth my read, please. But please leave it down in the comments below. But anyway, happy New Year to everyone. Getting ready to watch this slate of games today. Like I said today, I got Arizona beating Texas. I've got Ohio State beating Oregon, and I've got Georgia eking it out against Notre Dame. It should be a great day of college football. Hope everybody enjoys their day today. I go back to work tomorrow. It's been 4 or 5 days off for me, so I'm a little rusty. Let's hope that some of these teams that are playing today aren't rusty. I will see you guys at halftime of the first game today. Enjoy your college football playoff Thursday.